When beloved South Korean actor Jung Il-woo subtly hinted at baby plans with his newlywed wife, Dara Park, better known globally as Dara, the internet ignited with emotion. From emotional fan messages to speculative media coverage, the soft-spoken comment during a light-hearted talk show appearance has turned into one of the most talked about celebrity moments of the year. The announcement, or rather, suggestion, came unexpectedly. Jung Il-woo, clad in casual beige and a charming smile, sat across from the host of Heart to Heart, a popular weekend program known for its warm tone. As the conversation turned to his recent marriage, the actor smiled and said, almost offhandedly, "I think it might be time to start thinking about expanding our little world." The audience chuckled, the host grinned, and within hours, hashtags like #BabyWooRah and #SealWooDara family goals began trending worldwide. Dara and Jung Il-woo's love story reads like a fairy tale in an era where romance often feels fleeting. They first crossed paths over a decade ago during a charity gala but didn't strike up a friendship until years later while working on a joint travel reality show in Southeast Asia. Chemistry crackled on screen, an electric blend of Dara's youthful charm and Il-woo's composed charisma. Fans were suspicious, journalists curious, but both stars kept things delightfully ambiguous for years. Only in late 2024 did rumors of romance become undeniable. Candid paparazzi shots shows the two strolling late at night through Han River Park, sipping coffee and laughing like teenagers. Their agencies responded cautiously at first, neither confirming nor denying the speculations. But in early 2025, an official joint statement finally acknowledged their relationship, and just a few months later, they were married in a private ceremony surrounded by friends, family, and a few lucky fans who won invitations via global lottery. Their wedding made headlines not only for its exclusivity but also for its heart. The couple chose to forego lavish excess in favor of simplicity and sincerity. Held in a quiet forest estate just outside of Seoul, the event featured handwritten vows, acoustic music performed by fellow celebrities, and a vegan feast that celebrated both Dara's lifestyle and Il-woo's environmental activism. The world watched in awe as two icons, once seen as untouchable stars, became a relatable, grounded, and deeply affectionate couple. In the months following their nuptials, Dara and Jung Il-woo maintained a delicate balance between public and private life. They shared carefully curated glimpses on social media, a snap of their garden, an Instagram story of them dancing in the kitchen, selfies at fan events. Their fans, especially Dara's loyal global following since her 21 days, embraced this openness with gratitude. Yet, despite their seemingly transparent presence, the topic of children remained untouched. Until now. The moment Jung Il-woo hinted at fatherhood, the ripple was instant. Media outlets dissected the quote. Fans made memes, created dream baby photos using apps, and wrote heartfelt letters hoping for a new chapter in their idols' lives. But what makes this story resonate so deeply is the layered context beneath the comment. Dara, now in her early 40s, has been candid over the years about her evolving thoughts on motherhood. In interviews dating back to her K-pop days, she often spoke of wanting children, though she emphasized waiting for the right time and partner. In a 2019 sit-down with Elle Korea, she remarked, "Sometimes I imagine myself with a daughter, someone I can laugh and be silly with. I also imagine living freely forever. I guess I'm waiting for the answer to come to me." The answer seems to have arrived in the form of Jung Il-woo, who has always championed family values. Known for his close relationship with his parents, especially his late father, whom he often credits for teaching him kindness, Il-woo once described family as the anchor in the storm of fame. This newfound conversation around children brings into focus the couple's shared vision. They've already spoken passionately about building a home filled with warmth, art, and authenticity. During a live fan Q&A shortly after their wedding, they answered a question about their dream home. "It's not about the size," Dara said with a laugh. "It's about the feeling. A place where people, and maybe someday kids, feel safe to be themselves." Even before any mention of babies, both stars had shown interest in family-related causes. Dara regularly donates to children's charities across Asia, while Jung Il-woo sponsors scholarships for underprivileged youth. Together, they've already begun laying the emotional groundwork of what could be a nurturing environment for future children. Still, it's important to note that in Korean culture, and especially in the entertainment industry, the topic of starting a family is laced with public expectations and private complexities. For many celebrities, pressure to produce and air after marriage can be overwhelming. That's why Jung Il-woo's relaxed, voluntary mention of baby plans feels refreshing and significant. As media commentators have pointed out, the statement wasn't a calculated PR move. It wasn't a headline in a press release or a sponsored photo shoot with baby bottles. It was an organic moment of honesty in an industry often criticized for its control and scripting. That authenticity has only deepened the public's affection for the couple. At the heart of this story lies a fundamental truth: people crave love stories that grow. In a world where celebrity breakups dominate headlines, watching Dara and Jung Il-woo transition from stars to lovers to life partners, and now potentially parents, offers a narrative of hope. It's the evolution of affection, maturity of fame, and the quiet promise that even under the spotlight, intimacy can thrive. Whether or not a baby arrives in the near future, the couple has already created a symbolic family, one that includes millions of fans who feel emotionally invested in their journey. And if or when that next chapter begins, it's safe to say the world will be watching, cheering, and possibly crying tears of joy. The moment Jung Il-woo casually hinted at baby plans, internet's collective heartbeat quickened. While his words were soft, the world's reaction was anything but. Social media platforms were ablaze with enthusiasm, from K-drama forums to Reddit threads, from Twitter storms to TikTok reaction videos. The sheer emotional weight of his statement caught even the most skeptical fans off guard. On Instagram, fans began creating illustrated fan art depicting what a baby between Dara and Il-woo might look like. On TikTok, mashups of their most romantic moments played alongside lullabies, captioned with phrases like "manifesting baby Woora 2026, hashtags like #WooRaFamily and #Little Il-woo trended for days in multiple countries. The frenzy was global, emotional, and surprisingly creative. But it wasn't just fans who ran with the story. The Korean entertainment media, ever hungry for headline fuel, spun dozens of speculative articles. Some cited unnamed sources close to the couple who hinted that Dara had been glowing recently. Others dissected her fashion choices, wondering if her loose-fitting outfit at a recent event was chosen for comfort or to hide something more telling. While some headlines were respectful, others lean into sensationalism, echoing the industry's long-standing problem with privacy invasion. International press followed suit. Tabloids from Japan to Brazil picked up the story. Western entertainment sites like E! News and Entertainment Tonight wrote glowingly about the couple's bond, framing the story in the context of celebrity authenticity and the modern family ideal. In an age of curated personas, one commentator, Dara and Jung Il-woo feel refreshingly real. Of course, amid the outpouring of love came a darker undercurrent, the pressure of expectation. Fans, intentionally or not, began speculating about timelines. When will the baby be announced? Are they already expecting? Will Dara take a hiatus? Should Il-woo pause his acting commitments? The curiosity, though rooted in excitement, reached into the invasive. Recognizing the growing buzz, both stars' management teams issued brief statements, urging the public to respect the couple's privacy. They are happily enjoying married life, Jung Il-woo's agency said. Please refrain from speculation that may cause unnecessary stress. Dara's team echoed the sentiment. They have many personal and professional goals. When and if there's news to share, it will come from them. These responses, though subtle, seem to strike the right tone, acknowledging the interest while setting healthy boundaries. Many fans applauded the agencies for their measured approach, echoing sentiments like "let them live in their timeline, not ours." Still, the incident sparked broader conversations about the expectations placed on celebrity couples in Korea. Scholars and columnists took to op-ed pages to analyze the cultural context. In Korean tradition, marriage is often followed quickly by inquiries about children. In the entertainment world, this pressure is amplified tenfold. Especially for women, the clock is scrutinized publicly. Dara, being fiercely independent and accomplished, now finds herself at the center of that narrative. Interestingly, some netizens began pushing back. Under tweets speculating about pregnancy, others replied with messages like even if they don't have kids, their love is enough and stop projecting your dreams onto their lives. A shift in tone began to emerge, one that acknowledged modern values, freedom of choice, timing, and respect for individual paths. Amid all this, Dara and Jung Il-woo kept calm, posted a photo of a sunset on their shared Instagram account, captioned with just a heart and two hands holding. No words, no clarifications, just a quiet reaffirmation of unity. As the dust settles, the story remains a compelling one. It touches on the hopes we place on celebrities, the joy of imagining futures, and the delicate line between admiration and intrusion. Dara and Jung Il-woo stand at a unique crossroads, cultural icons navigating modern love, fame, and perhaps, soon, family. What lies ahead is anyone's guess. Will there be a baby announcement later this year? Will they surprise fans with a documentary about starting a family? Or will they choose to keep things entirely private? Whatever they decide, one thing is certain, the world will be rooting for them, not just as stars, but as two people brave enough to love loudly and live quietly in a world that rarely allows both. In the end, the beauty of this moment isn't just about the possibility of a baby. It's about growth. About transitions. Witnessing the gentle unfolding of a shared life. And whether or not that life includes a child, Dara and Jung Il-woo have already redefined what it means to be a couple in the limelight, with grace, humor, and an unshakable bond that continues to inspire millions.